teams, decision making, and put you in the roles of consultant agents, and you should help to advise AAA's well-being.
David should bring a new office manager to be in charge of running the office. Then also, he should stop hiring people just because they are his friend, and more focus on the competencies of the people. That's the second one. The third one is that they should review the salaries, because when the grandfather died, David became president and his friend as vice president, and they all got an increase in wages. And between 1997 and 1998, the wages increased by 25%, so it's really a lot. They should decrease it. And the last recommendation is that they should change their customer segment, because they used to work with State Farm and Allstate, which represented the insurer for middle class, but now they changed and they are working more with the lower class, and as a result the bad debt has increased, so they should just review their customer segment and maybe focus on people who has the ability to pay them.
Actually, there are like two questions: whether we can sell the company so it's not operating well, or we can put the new management team inside. But the problem we're facing that the manager who was previously in the company, we fired him, so he quitted, and now whether we need to do some actions to make him come back in the company, or to find a new management team that will put us on the competitors level. We prefer finding a new management team to keep the company going, not to sell it.
I think that David is kind of careless about the company, and his grandma doesn't have the energy to manage it by herself, so we're thinking of selling the company.
I think she has the strength to run the company, and although she has a good knowledge of how the company should operate, I think she should sell the company.
Yeah, like we think that the strategy cannot be changed, because like the key to the long-term success by AAA was to spend time on these promotional activities that Harris kept throughout all these years. So as well, pointing out, I want to say as well, like this Harris got this line of credit and AAA needed this cash flow. So we think that bring Harris back, because like the company needs something like immediate, something very, yeah, exactly.
And he was only fired 2 months ago, and it's not a year or two, it's a long period, so we really need that.
He knows everything. He got the line of credit, so maybe when he returns, he can have the line of credit again. And but if he doesn't accept because of the way he got fired, so we agreed to sell it.
Like, I think that they shouldn't sell the company because it's not the right time now, maybe like in the future. And I think that one of the things that they should do is take Harris back. But I think Harry has problems with Robinson, so maybe like I think they should call like another like manager and try to find like maybe like a strategy of diversification that they tried in the 90s. But it was unsuccessful.
What do you think about a strategy for maintaining a healthy cash flow, because they have problems with the cash flow inside?
I think a new management team coming in would help issues such as like when Joyce looked back, she saw complaints weren't being addressed. It's just a lot of small issues like that made up a big loss of cash. And I think by bringing in new management, they'd be able to address these issues easier, because right now it's not really working.
What would you suggest, like?
Selling.
Selling?
Selling and keeping relations. Dividing this money among between grandma and son. So the son has money, he can, if he wants to establish something new. Mother says her position and lives her happy life.
Does any group disagree to sell the company?
Yeah, we disagree.
Why?
Because we think it's really too bad to sell a business which is doing well, I mean in terms of sales, because the sales have increased, The only problem is that their expenses have increased also. We made a calculation. For example, if the salaries and the bad debt were at the same level that the year before, they would have done a profit of 100,000. So I think it is worth to try and try to reduce the cost to sell the company.
First of all, business is not worth of worsening relations, because the only one keep business to keep the family, to keep legacy. Secondly, he will not change anything. He is driven like his father, like his grandpa, only with sales. His grandpa taught him that if you will keep the sales high, the business will survive. That everything else will solve by itself. But it's not happening, and he's not doing anything to do it. He just convert with sales. And the third issue, he is not in the office. All the time he's somewhere like dealing with some customers and so on. He never sits in office. He doesn't work with his employees. That's why there's the environment of the company will worsen and worsen year by year.
Yeah, but I think if we decide to sell now, we're gonna get less money on the sale,
So what?
so
But
it's
you will
less
keep relations.
profitable.
But you'll keep relations, and you will survive at least somehow. If you will keep like this, and he'll get the family more and more in debt, then the family will lose not just the business, but it will also lose the property.
Yeah, but we're talking now about how to improve management. So obviously
But
he would
without
have to
him, it's
agree.
impossible. But he's the biggest obstacle.
But Joyce already is mortgaged a house and stuff, so she's already taking money out to invest back into the company. She's not just gonna sell it now just because she doesn't think it's
That's the
gonna
point.
work.
If she sell now, he can cover. She can pay back the mortgage.
She won't have any assets if she sells.
No, if she sells, she gets something. She will not give this
Yeah,
company for free.
she
She's
has
already
debt.
mortgaged the house for half
I
the
understand,
value.
but if she will sell the business, she will receive money, and this money could cover the mortgage, and plus something for her and for the.
But what are you thinking? Because Joyce can decide about the company, right? She's got like the last
She's
word.
old. She hasn't been in the company for
But
2 years.
for example,
And she needs to. She doesn't have any ambitions to do this.
actually she is.
No, but she
in
has
the
been working,
company.
yeah, the last
And
couple.
she's also listening to her, is it her daughter or Faith?
Rains, her daughter.
So, would you change your mind, like if Joyce would?
Yeah, of
because
course, if she really wants to, then I think external management could be a good option to start with.
But she stepped in the company just one mortgage.
She's the owner, so
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
She got the power.
What's the name of your group again?
Chopper.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's the dark drink.
No, we are not.
We think that we want Harris back, and also it's good to have other non-member than a completely new person. But we think about the time-wise that because now it's really bad if we don't having Harris back at their first way to save the company. I think that's why it's important to get someone already know the company. But if we cannot do that, shall we sell it?
And if you would bring Harris back, what else would you give to him, like to convince him to come back to the
Well, of course,
company?
giving the presidency of the company.
Do you think that David will be fine?
But it's momentaneous, it's momentary. To bring the company back.
Can we tell you later?
If you pass away, there's a chance that the David will not be capable of continuing operating the company, and you will lose everything, not just your property, but he will lose also his future. Maybe it's not just his business. Maybe he's a good businessman, but the problem is maybe it is not a particular area he's capable on. I think the better way will be for him to find his own pathway. If he starts from scratch, he hires his own people who will trust him, so he'll find them. There's much more bigger chance that he'll succeed. Maybe it will be a bit smaller business, but at least he will enjoy it, and he'll be capable of controlling it. And so this will be much better way. Especially if you sell the company, you can pay back, pay all your bills, all the loans, and you can encourage him with capital for establishing his own business.
Convince me a bit more.
Think about two options.
I know we have 2 minutes.
One, to invite like Harris and to let him a good post in the top of the company. If he deny our
The thing is that, yeah, well, the new management can be an idea, but like Harris is the one, like I'm telling you, like he already knows like the agents and all the local insurance, like he dedicated the time to with these promotional activities to convince them. He has already like the reputation, like he already knows everything from like the little daily things till, you know, management, like this line of credit as well, the market, like because David changed it and then he was like targeting some things some companies appreciated.
What do you think about what they said?
External management.
External management.
You don't have any questions? Well, then thank you for your attention.
So, Goiko, why don't you close for us?
I was expecting more.
Yes? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
your
expecting
family.
more because it's 6:15. It should be 6:30. I mean, more talk, and then I stop. I just wait for my.
How do you buy that guy out? How do you buy David out?
Yeah, but I mean, Joyce is the only shareholder, right? She's the only owner. Yeah.
But like she would tell him like, I don't know, I'm gonna give you
No, I'm
some.
sorry, I didn't mean how do you buy him out, how do you get his ownership, how do you get him out?
Just fire him. Yeah.
No, but you need to give him like a compensation, I think. Like Joyce should probably.
This is a fellowship, it's not
Yeah, of
employee.
course, but she has.
Yeah, but I mean,
Compensation is not the
we in the
good
company.
topic.
That's right. So what? Why would he leave?
If we pressure him that he's the one, if we show him the result that he's the one causing the problem, or not like his personality, and if we say that either he changed or he's destroying his grandson's company, and I'm sure he doesn't destroy his grandson's company.
That's it, the fear of loss?
It helps.
It helps, no, it's got to be a little stronger. What sort of things could you come up with?
Encourage him to establish his own business, new business.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
And then maybe give him some money.
Who?
For example, he must for David.
No, I understand that, but who? How? How would you see that happening?
First, we need to understand what is interesting for him.
What is
For example,
motivation,
he is
yeah.
in boats and everything. He can establish, for example, a boat or some skiing company, which is renting company and so on. What is he is interesting on? Because if he will be interested, the more chance he will succeed.
Good.
And he'll go out and come from the company.
Okay. With all these things, in family business there are constant things that remain unsettled. Or I say it in entrepreneurship, you press over here, something else jumps up over here. You need to go away and think about what those things are. Okay? This is not a case of questions and answer time and it's resolved and then it's done. This is a fucking mess, the family business. Okay? I mean, it's a dynamic that's going on all the time. It is never resolved in the way that you'll seem to be closing an office. Yep, done, decision, well done, good, let's go home. Good, decision, well done, let's go home. Okay, good. Decision, well done, let's go home.